Okay, my name is Jess with Machines, come back here. 2. This is my last video outside. I will give you animal and certain styles of martial arts, and you guys can look into it and check things out and see there. So I'm not going to give you every bit of everything, because I don't know every bit of everything. And before I do that, first thing I want to tell you as a martial artist, 1, don't ever ground yourself in one style. My whole point of taking martial arts, because I have been fighting in the streets since I was 6 years old. I learned martial arts when I was 7, and martial arts made me dangerous. When I joined the Army and became a nasty girl, the Army made me lethal. Alright, so before we go into anything too deadly, I want to point that out. Before I joined the Army, I was also trained by a Green Beret when I worked at Kegler's. So my martial arts is real, and just like every other human on the beam who wants to be Bruce Lee, I'm not him. I honor and respect Bruce Lee by being honest with all of you. Now, every martial art has a strength and a weakness. The point is, it's not the martial art that has a strength and a weakness, it is the person doing the martial art. You have 365 pressure points in the human body. Your job is to find the ones that will immobilize people without killing them, unless killing is your last resort. I should not be preaching that in a video, but I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to hold back either. Alright, so a lot of martial arts are similar and are made to combat each other. So for animal styles, again, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, so I'm just going to go ahead and say my personal opinion, and you guys can either take it or leave it. If you're going against a tiger, you want a dragon, because a dragon is wisdom, and as legend will have it, the oldest beast taught the rest. So, dragon. So for this tiger strike, the dragon block and claw. But the tiger is up here. Tiger's aggression. So the dragon block, block, block. Now, your tiger strikes, boom, 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 boom. But that's just your hands. Your feet are generally going to come in more like a crane or a snake style. So it's boom, 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 boom. Now, it's going to look fucked up on video, as it already does. You're going against a guy who does snake, you're going to go crane. So you have many ways of getting into crane. The Tai Chi way, you know, that whole thing, my leg doesn't work. So we'll go here, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so you can do that. Or you can just go straight crane, karate style. Now you have to remember, there's a Japanese crane and there's a Chinese crane in Kung Fu and karate styles. They're very similar and very different, and a lot of people did not know that. You know it today. Now, as far as I know, Mantis is more Kung Fu than karate, but it's still practically the crane. The only thing that has changed is your hand positions. For Mantis, you're up here, like a TIE fighter, but you're here. With crane, it's one here and one there. So, 1, 2, that's crane. Mantis, you see, you just shift. So if you're fighting someone with crane, boom, boom, and they're beating your ass, and you smack it and drop into Mantis. Mantis comes low for your strikes, okay? Now, let's get out of animals. Now let's either go into northern or southern to get me confused. So if you're gonna do Shaolin, you have northern and southern. Those may have changed now, because it's like 1999. No, kidding, it's 2019. So I'm sure they have adapted and they have changed. I'm not going to tell you which one is which because I forgot myself. It's either north or south, but one of them is exceptionally just low kicks, like Wing Chun, and one of them is high kicks, like Wushu, okay? So your job as a martial artist is to learn them both so that you can combat those skills. And most of them are going to start like this, or like this, and just switch off on you to Shaolin kick low or Shaolin kick high. So you're going to have to figure that out as the fight starts. Now here's the thing. As a street fighter, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Don't do this. Because they already know that you know Kung Fu. And by the way you step back, they can tell what your kicking range is. So I can still probably kick somebody 6 foot in the chest now as to kicking them in the face with this leg. Boom. Alright, so if I'm here, same thing. So if you're going to get into a fight, you're just going to go into a street fighting stance. When you break into a martial arts stance, the chances of the person you're fighting across the field reading you is 100% in their favor. It's like, oh, this guy knows Kung Fu, or he knows some form of martial art. But if you take an MMA stance or a street fighting stance and you're moving around, you got a less chance of them reading your moves. Because if you step in the crane, you know, to go through all that BS that I just made that up part right there, but it's usually here, and if you're doing a Tai Chi crane, then you do the hand thing, the foot thing, and all the other shit that you see on TV. Here's real life. Damn the crane. You can still use crane with closed fists. You gotta know what you're doing. Alright? You can still use tiger with closed fists. Don't let them see your hand positions. They see you break into this, they don't know what you're gonna do. They see you break into this, they know you got here, here, there. Same thing with eagle, you know. So they know by hand positions alone and what style you're gonna do. Tiger and dragon are confusing. Because sometimes you can be up here and be a dragon versus being here and being a dragon. Most dragon starts at the center of your chi. Tiger starts up here because tiger doesn't give a shit about chi. Tiger likes to fight. Dragon likes to defend. So they're polar opposites. That's why when you see the yin-yang sign with the dragon and the tiger, it's because they're polar opposites. The dragon is usually the peaceful one. But sometimes there are bad dragons too. So it just depends on who the hell paints the picture at the time. So if you're gonna do that, you need to know. Now for regular street fighting or whatever, and you're gonna use martial arts, you're gonna get into a street fighting stance MMA style, which means you're basically just boxing. So you're floating on your heel and you're floating on your ball of your feet, you know, because you need to be able to take off, you know, and not run. Now, let's say you're fighting someone who does capoeira or lambada. Capoeira is from Brazil, lambada is from Jamaica. They are the exact same thing. They both start with the jinga. Some go way low, and if they go too low, boom, right in the head. So when they're right here, your kick right there. You use Wing Chun or the Southern or Northern Shaolin front low, all right? Because that's gonna stop them. They go here. If this guard's way over here, you're gonna kick this into them. Or if they don't put the guard up and they just, you're gonna tear their ass a new one. So here's the thing about capoeira. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's capoeira. They have those funky looking kicks. And they come at you fast, and sometimes it's drop kicks, so you need to be prepared for that. So if you're doing capoeira, or if you're fighting someone with capoeira, I would always suggest Drunken Master or Tai Chi, because most of those do push blocks. And a push block against a drop kick, you can always sidestep. Now, the thing with I don't have flat ground, but for Drunken Master versus Drunken Monkey, Drunken Monkey, you pretty much act like a damn fool, and you're all over the place. But Drunken Master, everything counts on your sway. If your sway is weak, your hits will be weak. If your sway is strong, your hits will be strong. But if your sway isn't in the middle where it should be, you won't be able to escape a lot of attacks. And you need to be able to escape a lot of attacks. If someone's coming at you and you one of those, or you one of these, or one of these, and you have to pass off as being drunk while you're doing it. So it's not that hard to learn, it's just hard to keep up. So each martial arts style, you must study every style that you can possibly find. And the reason I'm telling you that, because if you get grounded in one style, and a person that is in the same style is better than you, it's highly unlikely that you are going to win, unless you get really lucky. So I'm going to tell you the truth. The more you learn, the better your chances are at surviving a martial art fight amongst you and your peers. And if you're just sparring and playing around, it's fine. But here's the thing. Big reveal. Spoiler alert. I'm going to piss off every martial artist on the planet right now. Okay, here's the thing about martial arts.